I can't say I was completely bored during the Burns and the Bees, but I don't really think I enjoyed the episode either. This is the 8th episode of the 20th season of The Simpsons, directed by Mike B. Anderson and Mark Kirkland. And we have two narratives, one involving Mr. Burns and one involving bees. The Mr. Burns one I found to be the most boring, and Mr. Burns ends up taking over this professional basketball team, and there are various things revolving around that. And I'm aware that because I really don't care for basketball, that might not have appealed to me very much at all. However, I just found it to be kind of dull and not very interesting, and not a lot happened. However, there was one bit where Mr. Smithers, I don't know why I put the Mr. in that, but where Smithers was whispering to Mr. Burns, and it was like beautiful ASMR. I didn't have my headphones in, I wasn't listening through headphones, but it was beautiful. Definitely some solid unintentional ASMR there that I thought was really delightful. So that's my highlight of the Mr. Burns aspect. With regards to Lisa's story, because I really don't like bees, I'm really scared of bees, and I know they're not actually harmful unless you go after them, but I've never been stung, so I'm terrified that I'm, deadly allergic to them and I just don't know. But either way, I do not like thinking about bees. I do not like looking at bees, and the sound effects of the bees here are pretty realistic. And there's one point where her face is covered in bees, and I can't deal with it. She's trying to look after the bees, and I do think the episode does a good job of saying that bees are actually, good for the environment, good for honey, and looking after them and saving them is actually a good thing to do. So I applaud the episode for going with that. But for me personally, I couldn't. It was definitely too much for me to handle. Is that the episode's fault? No, it isn't. And also, I love the line, "Stop millhousing your sister." Without context, you probably can't work out what that means in a good way. So I like that. There are a few small things here and there about Mr. Burns and the bees, or the Burns and the bees rather, that I found to be okay. But generally, I didn't find either of the main narratives to be interesting, and I loved the festive intro, but where was Christmas in the episode? If you're going to put Christmas vibes in the intro, I want a Christmas episode. So I don't really know what was going on there, but it was fun. I probably wouldn't choose to watch it. I probably wouldn't skip it either. It was very easy to watch, apart from the bees, but it wasn't a heavy going episode. But needless to say, The Burns and the Bees is never going to be my favourite.